Yo, what's up, folks? Hey, if it's something I love, it's fantasy, it's anime, and it's isekais. I love me big titty elf goth women. I love me evil goblin slayers. Gotta slay all them goblins. Hell fucking yeah, goblins! I enjoy anime abridged. I'm not so debauched. I do hentai. Hentai doesn't appeal to me, but I do love fan service and isekais, and I do love abridged anime. And once again, my favorite genre of anime is obviously isekai and fantasy, starting with SEO in high school, and now here I am, a 30-year-old adult, and I'm falling in love with solo leveling. So what's the thing? What makes isekais and fantasy anime so worth it? Well, immersing yourself in a giant fantasy world when it comes to isekais, falling into a D&D world, fighting demons, going on boss raids, playing as different classes of people working. Like, another example of that is Lock Horizon. Literally imagine if ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, or Final Fantasy sucked all its player base around the world, and it became a giant magical world version of Earth, a post-apocalyptic magical version of Earth full of demons, dragons, and goblins. And the mechanics of the game actually reflected real MMOs, unlike that shit SAO tried pulling. God damn, fucking Kaiba, why can't you make a good MMO? Damn. And then you get into like the freaking SAO, and like it's nothing but a harem anime. I have no doubt about that. But the abridged is really cool. I love the abridged SAO. And like another appeal is, of course, the fan service. Who doesn't like an anime elf waifu? Giggity. But another aspect is the boss raids. I mean, seeing worlds like ESO, World of Warcraft, and Final Fantasy turn into animes with the different casts and races. Log Horizon for the win. Hashtag fighting against bosses, doing guild politics, trading, turning crafting into an actual industry that you can make money off of. Fucking A, I wish I lived in ESO. Fuck, that'd be an awesome isekai. Isekais offer us a way to escape. It's the ultimate form of escapist fantasy, in which all these gamers and nerds are sucked into these fantasy worlds, whether it be online fantasy worlds or anime or D&D or whatever, some other portal. Losers and nerds who are gamers wind up becoming heroes, slaying dragons, getting the waifu, getting the harem, and just making a name for themselves. And that's just something that really sticks with me when it comes to isekais. People, this is why SEO sell first aired back in 2012, and it wasn't subtle. People die in the game. You die in real life. No logout button. No safety net. On the surface, it looked like a powerful fantasy, and yeah, it kind of fucking was. But the reason SEO exploded wasn't just Kirito being a fucking edgy edgelord with a massive harem and being overpowered. It was the premise itself. For the first time, an anime treated an MMORPG not as a joke or a backdrop, but as a place, a world full of enemies, the death of loved ones, trauma, grief, a lot of fucking trauma, politics, identity, and it's a gamer code, and really dealt Warfield. It was a death game. What SEO really understood, in my opinion, even when it wasn't perfect, is this. If people lived in a world long enough, it would stop being a game. And yeah, fight for survival. People found love. People built families. People would create meaning. They would refuse to leave. It was really doing a good way of like showing how virtual life can become addicting. It can become escapism. It can become a replacement for real world relationships. Of course, with Kirito, he built real life relationships from the video game, which is something I've experienced on ESO and BG3. I've built real good friendships and relationships with people from online. So yeah, there's a lot of overlap there. I mean, then you got into Log Horizon. SN was Emotional Punch. Log Horizon was a huge continuation of that genre. Where SEO asked, what if you're trapped in game? Log Horizon asked, okay, now what? It treated it like an MMO. All these people from across the world, their MMORPG they played in was turned into an actual fantasy world, and the magic system was the game system that they used. It was a civilization simulator. It was a battlefield. There's guild politics. The mechanics of the game are a magic system. There's all these different species, and instead of just power fantasies, we get politics, economics, governance, player psychology, ethics of NPC gaming, gaining personhood. It was gamers. It got what MMOs are like. And ask question: what would happen if you woke up tomorrow inside ESO or World of Warcraft? Ask questions like who enforces laws, who owns land, what gives player authority, what happens when NPCs start remembering things. What does a citizenship mean in a digital world? And that was brilliant about Lock Horizon. It made gaming real. It made this MMO world real. And was funny as fuck. And yeah, Akatsuki's cute. Okay, if I had a fucking waifus in these shows that I would just love to have as a real girlfriend. I mean, this is gonna sound cheesy as fuck, but if I had a gamer girlfriend like Asuna or Akatsuki, that'd be fucking base. I would love that. I would love that. A lot of good waifus, a lot of good fan service, although it does get kind of fucked up at times, even by my standards. Yeah, please keep incest out of my games. But no, I mean, there's a lot of good relationships and a lot of good women in these games and these stories. I wouldn't mind being a relation in real life. I know, sounds soy as fuck. It seems gamers would do what gamers actually do: organize guilds, mini max systems, exploit mechanics, build social hierarchies, then slowly realize, oh shit, this isn't a game anymore. The Roundtable Alliance isn't flashy, it's boring, it's meetings, it's logistics, it's compromise. And that's the point. Logrise understands something that very few fantasy stories do. Civilization is built not by heroes, but by systems. Government. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having a harem full of fan service. I'm a based individual, I'm a creature of flesh. I mean, goddamn, who is my favorite waifu from an isekai or fantasy anime? That's a good question. But I'm not going to talk about that because I don't want to get demonetized. I don't want people to get think I'm more degenerate than I already am. Giggity. Yeah, and that's why SAO and Log Horizon came out. When SAO and Log Horizon came out, they felt exaggerated. Now they feel really fucking predictive. They predicted modern day gaming online. I mean, persistent online identities, massive social economies, digital friendships deeper than real world ones, entire careers built inside virtual spaces, emotional attachment to avatars. Streaming is a social presence. Guards functioning like found guilds functioning like found families. People don't log off anymore. They just switch platforms. That's really online gaming we literally live in other worlds right now. We live inside online worlds. We go on quests. We slay demons. We commit genocide against the filthy green skinned goblins. We get pegged by Karlach, and we go on these adventures and we slay demons. We get the loot to make up for how sad and boring mundane the world is. I mean, who doesn't want to get pegged by Karlach? Just saying. Ultimate waifu. But no, we get sucked into these spaces. We form online relationships because we're usually introverts. We're usually tired of being kicked, having our asses kicked to the office, or having nothing but numbnuts and trickle downs and shutdowns and fleeting pursuits of online e-girls on Twitch. So of course we're gonna live online to give us some fucking meaning in a world that is so corporate and bland and lifeless. We switch platforms. And then we get this Discord. Discord replaced guild halls. Twitch replaced taverns. MMOs became lifestyle ecosystems. Every online world right now that's live service is a functionally an MMORPG, like from something out of SAO or Log Horizon. It's escapist fantasy. It's escapist universes we create using code and our immersion in it. And some of the idea of a world where your digital life matters more than your physical one doesn't sound crazy. I mean, I literally live online more than I live in the real world. I know people who are absolute fat asses, job the huts, who eat nothing but takeout all day and play Baldur's Gate 3 and live in those worlds. I'm trying to deplug to a large extent. I mean, that's why I found LARPing. But I'm not trying to bash this online culture. There's a lot of good that comes from these online worlds. Escapism, a sense of community, a sense of family, a sense of adventure, a sense of whimsy. It's augmented reality, and there's definitely a place for it. Just don't lose your soul in your connection to this world in the process. Online worlds have brought me some of my that it's added substance to my life. It's given me places to go when I have nowhere else to go. And so the idea of a world, this all sounds so familiar. Now let's talk about the modern heirs of this philosophy. Gaming beat. It's a place people have been here for years. I've known role-playing events on ESO, and we created adventures and stories and relationships. Hell, I also had an online wedding for my dearly boyfriend. We You don't play ESO to win it. You play it to experience it and live and fight the hordes and bullying. The degenerates of the empire. It's a lot of rising. Your decisions echo. Baldur's Gate 3 is such a is probably the best role playing game of all time, with exceptions of maybe Cyberpunk and Pathfinder. No, these games are so. There's 100 different endings, there's 1,000 hours, there's companions you can pursue relationships with, there's companions you can have a threesome with. I mean, Shadowheart, stop looking at me that way. We exist in these games, and the characters and our choices have such impact, more so than any game in history, and that's why I love Baldur's Gate 3, and why I love Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. It's so intricate in its dialogue system and the outcomes of having certain characters. And I guess it, 3 understands something rarely critical. What makes a world feel real isn't graphics, it's consequence. Players aren't just considering a story; they're co-authoring it. Oh, yeah, you're telling a story that has thousands of different endings and endless amounts of relationships and companions and side quests. BioWare got the ball wrong on that one; they really did. Co-authoring Baldur's Gate 3 is art in that sense, which brings us to the biggest shift of all. We're not waiting for nerve gear headsets. We're not. We've already been in this world before nerve gear isn't even a thing. We're already halfway there. Identity is real identity. Digital communities carry emotional weight. People fall in love, break hearts, find purpose, and build legacies online. That's true. I've seen online relationships, romantic even. And I'm not going to confirm or deny I ever tried this, but it can either fail miserably or it can end very, very good. But I still recommend people go to meet people in real life. That's just me, though. And unlike older generations, we don't see that as fake. We see it as another layer of reality, and that's what the online worlds are. They're code. It's no different than the Matrix, really. It's no different than the Matrix. It's another reality we escape into. Essay on Log Horizon were predictions attack their predictions of culture. God, did they predict the online gaming addiction and online gaming Discord, MMOs, and BG3 that we live in today? They saw a generation that would value chosen family over blood, build meaning through shared virtual experiences. And I've had so many adventures and have so many fun memories from online gaming and online raids and roleplay sessions. Just kill the filthy goblins, kill those filthy green skin bastards. I've had so many memories of me and my guild just having all these adventures and feeling top of the world. Tell street stories and games as sacred spaces. Yeah, they are sacred. Blur the line between creator and participant. And I'll say they were right. I say Log Horizon predicted the culture and the world we live in and the social atmospheres and the stories we would be living in over a decade ago. It's insane. So when people dismiss these as shallow fantasies, they miss the point. These stories weren't just about escapism. They're about belonging. Asking what happens when we stop pretending our digital lives are fake and start taking them seriously. As games like Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy, and modern MMOs continue to evolve, we're not escaping reality anymore. We're expanding it. And maybe, just maybe, there's not that's not something to fear. It's something to understand. Yeah, and there's a lot of truth in all this. A lot of truth. I look at online gaming and I see the future. I see us escaping reality more and more. It's also the reason why the occult and Gnosticism is coming back and replacing organized religion. It'd be awesome if people could pull off like an online Gnostic church and ESO and do like role play service. I've seen people do fucking Bible studies and worship hours on ESO. I fucking love that. I mean, look, I'll put it this way. Online MMOs offer a sense of community, adventures, endless possibilities for meeting people, hanging out, and going and expanding your imagination and experiencing whimsy. It's like Gnosticism and the Demiurge. There's so many lores and worlds worth exploring and getting lost in going questing. I recommend this online fantasy worlds we're creating. I really do. I really emphasize the beauty and the charm and whimsy of literally escaping into an isekai every time you play Baldur's Gate 3 or Final Fantasy Online. I really do emphasize that. Whether it be MMOs or RPGs like Baldur's Gate 3, ESO, Final Fantasy, or isekais, or to magical worlds, that's the modern day form of the hero's journey. And it's something that's going to sweep all of us up into it, where we can go on all these quests, form relationships, form friendships, have the moments that we can never have in real life. I mean, who many people get to claim they slay a demon god, or fucked an elf princess, or got fucking became a sex slave to a tiefling Daedric priest? You know, once again, these stories are fun for immersion. They're fun for escapism and having adventures we can never have in the real world. And that's the main selling point of them. They're escaping reality, and they only become an issue when they become fake and we lose all contact with the real world. What I'm trying to say is having these online adventures with your friends, your partners, your family, having these online adventures, going on quests with your closest friends, your partner, getting high while you're doing it. That's modern day Lord of the Rings. Okay, that's modern day Lord of the Rings. It's fucking epic. I love it. And we're gonna keep going this direction. And we need to embrace this. This is gonna be a future of human immersion. I mean, especially as VR becomes more and more of a thing. We need to acknowledge this is an online reality and we need to have connections to the real world, yes, but also treat the online relationships we forge online and maybe get to know these people that we meet online in person. I do that all the time with people I'm guildies with on ESO and Baldur's Gate 3. It can be a shared adventure you go on with people. You can make real connections in real life in your local area or go on road trips. You can make relationships in online gaming, friendships, whatever. Or you can go on these adventures with people you already know in your immediate circle and share experiences, share adventures. Be the fellowship of the nerds that kills the dark demonic god. Praise Moloch Ball. But still, I do believe online gaming will, and hobbies in general, the more nerd culture becomes more common, it's going to become easier to form nerdy relationships, nerdy connections, nerdy friendships. I really do believe virtual and fantasy reality can, like, really help us connect with other people and find people that we really click with. I do really believe that. You know, and I mean, my game packed by Karlak. If my partner dressed up like Karlak, I would love that, actually. But no, that's the reality we need to start living in. This isn't just like this is an artificial reality We're creating entire realms using data and technology. It's magic. It really is. I mean, role playing games, online role playing games, whatever that be, are modern day forms of magic. Escapism from reality and forming connections, going on adventures, digital group astral projection. Just how like normal tabletop D&D is group astral projection. We need to start looking at this. It's gonna become a huge part of our lives, and we just need balance. We need balance, and we need getting more and more popular. The more and more people start investing in online role playing games, and I love that. I love SAO. I love Log Horizon, but I feel like so leveling is just push the boundaries beyond what we thought fantasy anime could look like 10 years ago. This is Gen Z's version of SAO. I fucking love it. I really do. Advice is get into these online worlds, get into these groups, get into these guilds, go on these adventures, grow as a person, get into these animes. Because this is like actual magic in real life. I mean, we're using technology and entertainment and media to escape reality and have online adventures and fantasy worlds. I fucking love that. And the isekais are great. They're full of awesome harem animes. There's awesome like adventure animes. There's a lot. D&D is really big in the anime world right now. So is worlds like Log Horizon, but D&D is making a huge comeback in isekais. I really recommend it. It's great. It's fun. Another good one is it wrong to pick up girls in dungeon? That one's just straight up D&D like you wouldn't believe. Just immerse yourself in these worlds. They're fun. They're fun. They're fun. They're funny. They're campy, and they're full of all sorts of fun anime nerd waifu debauchery. I fucking love it. I want a harem of demon women and big titty elf women in real life, and maybe online gaming can help you achieve that, or just go to an anime con and get really high. Till next time, folks. God bless. Stay sane. Fuck the evils of Disney and Games Workshop, and go on the endless adventure of a lifetime. We'll see you next time. But don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more esoteric gaming podcasts and video essays going forward with the new channel. We're really loving the content we're making. We really hope you guys enjoy it too. I'm expanding my platform to involve new content, new channels, because I'm just moving on. I'm growing out of college gamers, and I'm taking on new adventures, new mediums to match my online content creation. Until next time, folks. Hope you enjoy experimental theology. I also have a Discord space dedicated to online gaming and role playing. I hope you all enjoy it. See you in the next one.
Go take a long rest.